Welcome to the podcast. I'm Ben.
I'm Mae.
And I'm Max, and we were had.
Can you believe it?
There are twists and there are turns.
Defleshed is a standard death.
Oh, that's fun.
We were had.
We were.
We're wearing the same outfit.
We are wearing the same outfit.
You're wearing the exact same outfit.
Well, I'm wearing
What kind of
khakis.
pants are you?
I'm wearing khakis.
Oh.
but
never
we got
mind.
these big old oversized sweaters. Are you rolling up those sleeves? I kind of just let it dangle.
Oh, you think? All right.
Well, I don't know. What do you want? Well, you don't have to do what I'm doing.
No, I have to do what you're doing.
Wow.
Well, that's nice. Look at
We
that.
should coordinate outfits this weekend when we go on tour.
Oh, we're going on tour this weekend. This
Yep.
episode's going to come out. Okay, Chris is just standing in front of the camera. What's going on?
I know where it all is.
Unfortunately, we didn't mention it last week, but if you are one of our Wallingford, Connecticut fans or Westerly,
many
Rhode
of them.
Islands,
It's
we
too
will
late.
be in the area.
You're gonna, by the time you see this, it's too late.
It's been too late.
It's too bad. Email blast? Maybe we could do a last second
We'll
email
do an email.
blast.
We don't have an email list.
We'll figure out an email.
Well, prepare to get blasted.
We should just start emailing random emails and
Yeah.
be like, listen to this podcast.
That's a good idea.
Have you heard
You've
of
been
this?
selected.
You've been selected
to
to
listen to
listen.
Handpicked.
What an honor.
Congratulations.
I just email all my prospects from work. They're like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
I'm emailing all my students. You are in luck.
You've been chosen. All right, so this is a classic, vintage, we were had finger on the pulse episode.
Okay.
We're covering two stories of the times today. Number one, what's going on with that Chinese balloon?
Chinese
What's going on
balloon.
with that Chinese balloon? Can I ask you? Number two, this George Santos character. What's he talking about?
Yeah, what's up with him?
What's going on there?
Two good subjects.
Those are good subjects.
Two subjects that probably our fans have been waiting.
They
haven't formed an opinion.
They don't
yet.
have it. They're waiting for us to tell them what to have an opinion on. These are both very nuanced things that have a lot of very facts involved. It takes you have to really know everything about it. So
I don't think the Santos thing does.
the Santos thing, well, for both of them, I really didn't do much.
But the Santos thing, we came up with that as an idea
Before
literally 2
as we
minutes
hit
ago.
record, and then I googled George Santos lies. So we're gonna have that. Now the China stuff, not to brag, but I did read most of one article about it last
Really?
week.
That's good.
It's a lot.
And then today I did pull some random quotes from a few different articles. So
That's good.
we were had. It's pretty much on top of it. Shout out to the reviewers that call us shrill and emotionally unavailable.
Emotionally unavailable.
They call us middle schoolers with juvenile
big
senses of
giggling,
humor
big giggling,
that
yeah.
won't stop giggling. They say if you like to listen to two grown men and one woman giggle incessantly,
Right.
then this podcast is for you. And guess what? Then it is for you, because that's what's going to happen every time.
It's amazing how accurate the negative reviews are.
yeah,
Yeah,
they
they're
really,
hilarious.
we
They
can't even be
nail us.
insulted.
You can't be
Yeah.
insulted.
It's accurate.
Now, that's a podcast I'd listen
And they're describing a podcast that some people might enjoy.
most people.
I think they meant 5 stars and they accidentally hit
Right.
1. It
yeah.
was a perfect.
And when they title the review horrible, they mean horrible that I didn't find it
No,
sooner.
it's ironic. It's ironic. Yeah.
It's like horrible. Oh, I don't like that Chris is just sitting in the dark over there. Look at him.
Menacing.
Researching.
All right, Balloon Boy, what's up with this?
But we're gonna start with the balloon.
We're starting with
Sure.
the balloon, yeah.
Then we'll hit Santos.
Yeah.
Okay. As the massive white balloon traversed. Now, why is the balloon got to be white? Can I ask you that? What's that? What's the deal there?
Race.
Can't even get through the
'Cause
first
it's-
sentence
It's
without
already
asking a
about
few
race.
questions.
It's already about race.
It's camouflage for the clouds.
Wouldn't you think it'd be blue?
That's the
Camouflage for
sky.
How many blue clouds you see, you dumb bitch?
Where was it? Montana?
Yeah, it was over.
Is it
was-
Montana known for no clouds? No.
I don't think
I don't
so.
know what
What do you
Montana's
think?
known for. I'm sorry.
You think there's just a no cloud zone over
I was trying to
Montana?
give it something. They got nothing.
I think it's known
Where
for
was Nope?
horses. and
Where did Nope
people
take
fucking
place? That was in
horses.
California, no?
Nope.
Because it was making fun of Hollywood,
I don't know.
right?
I
But
didn't see that
They were
movie.
like farmers,
Yeah.
but that was about that alien cloud.
Okay.
Montana, I believe Yellowstone, which I don't watch, but I
Yellowstone.
believe Yellowstone is
Oh,
Montana.
Yellowtan. Yeah, yes, it is.
Yellowtan.
Yellowstone is.
There's stuff. There's
we are
stuff.
just
Oh,
ignorant
man.
pigs. All right, so as the massive white balloon traversed the continental United States last week, drifting over several sensitive military sites along the way, it carried equipment that was designed to intercept sensitive communications. Boom,
Wow.
said a State Department official who provided a statement on the condition anonymously to discuss sensitive information.
So what the fuck does China say about this? They're just like
China?
"Ow." Like whoop.
China looked
What are you talking about?
There's this other pull quote. Although the Chinese government maintains the aircraft was merely a wayward weather balloon, the U.S. official said the balloon's equipment was clearly for intelligence surveillance, which was aimed at conducting signals intelligence collection operations.
So how did they think they would get away with it?
Well, when we
I don't think that they thought that they were going to get away with
they've
it.
been
They
doing it.
want
Well,
what's
that's-
happening.
They have
now.
a balloon program.
They have a balloon program. Apparently, they've been doing this in like over 40 different countries across
I thought
5
you were going to say
continents.
for like over 400 years.
And now
Ever since the invention of the
they've
hot air
always
balloon.
been doing balloons. They invented it.
Because there was
Also,
one in South America, right? Nobody gave a fuck.
Nobody cared. And also, then the NSA was like, they've probably done this like at least 4 times in the last 6 years over America.
That
Wow.
we know of.
Why don't they just use satellites like fucking real
I think balloons.
Real
humans?
countries.
Yeah, like a real country. Why are they spying better?
Yeah.
Well,
You know what I mean?
balloons, it ties you back to a simpler time, and I think that's
It's
lovely.
kind of nice.
It
It's
is
lovely.
charming.
I also
It's
think
charming.
that satellites are, ironically, it's probably easier to use more archaic stuff because satellites are easier to block or like tell if they're pointed right at us. But a balloon,
No one can
people are
see
just
it.
like, what's that?
Right.
Yeah.
It's just actually
And the
it's
sky
quite-
is so fucking big. It's not even like there's anybody walking around up there that could bump into. You have to be staring at the sky to see
Yeah.
like this thing floating, and then
thing
even then
about
you have
it-
to notice it.
Yeah, it changed my mind. How the hell did we find this?
Well, in Montana,
an
there's so much going on. Whoever has the time to look up, you know what I mean?
I think a pilot saw it.
a pilot saw, but how did they, to your point, like how did they know it's not just, some
A
a regular
UFO
balloon.
or
it's up
something.
or whatever?
Well,
yeah.
just kind of floating around. Well, I mean, we
It
all
had
have
a
the same
big yin yang on the side of it.
Spy.
spy. I think we all have the same thought when we see a balloon floating across the sky. You think
Made in China.
Moody's mom from Moody's Point, Amanda Bynes. Remember the Amanda Bynes show?
No one knows what you're talking about.
I don't know.
Moody's Point?
Nope.
No, I was gonna say Balloon Boy
Amanda
from the early
Bynes show.
2000s.
I would maybe be able to
The
get.
Amanda show?
I never watched. I
It was
watched
after
all
your-
that.
It was
sometimes.
after your time.
Yeah, well,
Quick
was-
reminder that they're much older.
I think you're alone on this island.
Oh no,
Yeah.
it's a classic.
You know what? Check the
It's
years on
not
the
a
Amanda Bynes
classic.
show. You're not
It's not
proving
a
that you're
classic.
young.
Moody's Point on the
you-
Amanda show was the best. It was a defining moment
What is
for
it?
a
A
culture.
show inside of a show?
Did you not watch the Amanda
How is
show?
it a classic
You
if it
ignorant
came out
pig.
3 years ago?
It did not come out 3 years ago. It
Well,
came
you're
out
like
in the
5
90s.
years old.
I'm just a little baby.
Max is just way too old to be watching these shows.
Yeah,
He's like
I'm
15.
okay, you better ass. Fucking
First of all,
weirdo.
it's ignorant that you guys think Amanda Bynes is still working.
I met Amanda Bynes.
Really?
Yeah, I don't
way.
like to talk about it.
Are you
But-
serious? When?
I saw her in Vancouver. I was going on a cruise of Alaska, and she was at the hotel in Vancouver. And it was very soon before she had a bit of a break.
Do you think
Oh.
that's what sent her over the edge? Meeting
It's
you
possible.
in a Vancouver
It's
airport.
possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what did it.
Yeah,
Ben's the one that got away. Imagine if you dated Amanda Bynes. Wow,
that'd be great.
that'd be great. That'd be good for your career, probably.
Now,
Maybe.
yeah,
Well,
It's
get you on
certainly
the
interesting
map.
for your career.
yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't. Well, it can't get worse.
Amanda, if you're listening,
Remember she got that heart tattoo right here?
Oh,
Oy,
woman, she
oy,
still
oy.
has it. When those cheek piercings.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what
the
Ben
cheek
whispered.
piercings.
He whispered. He goes, "Why cheek piercings?"
Yeah.
That's why she did it.
here's the ticket. I think of the movie Up when you think balloon, right?
sad.
That's the obvious connection.
Oh, the first 10 minutes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there's-
Tragic.
Is there a balloon in the first 10 minutes?
Oh no, but he loses his wife, and then they paint the mailbox, and then whatever. the
Oh,
fuck,
it's
you know.
terrible. Yeah.
All right.
Then all those balloons. It's terrible. Anyway, the fact that we shot it down and then inside it had multiple antennas to include an array likely capable of collecting and geolocating communications. It was also equipped with solar panels large enough to produce the requisite power to operate multiple active intelligence collection sensors,
Okay.
which is not usually a part of weather balloons.
Typical balloon.
They also said, we know these balloons are all part of a People's Republic of China fleet of balloons developed to conduct surveillance operations. Also, they very publicly said years ago, we should do more balloon surveillance.
Really?
So God bless. You know, although, did you think this was the first, or do you think the Chinese are the only ones doing it?
I would assume not.
Well, they are not. Of course, there is nothing new about superpowers spying on one another, even from balloons. President Dwight D. Eisenhower authorized surveillance of the Soviet Union by lofting cameras on balloons in the mid-1950s.
Okay.
Flying them over Soviet bloc countries under the guise of meteorological research. So, if anything,
They're taking
the
from us.
Chinese are appropriating our culture.
Wow.
Rude.
Wow.
Cancel China. That's an American spy maneuver.
At least we're putting on a good show for them.
Ironically, though, it yielded more protests from the Kremlin than it did useful intelligence.
Okay.
I don't think it's actually useful.
What are they looking at?
What do they want?
They're going over like nuclear testing stuff and like other facilities. Well, the government will
What
never
are they
tell
doing
us.
about it? They're just like, all right.
All right, just making sure
Yeah.
that stuff's still
Yeah,
there.
okay.
Yeah.
I feel like these types of things, it's like this type of shit is happening so often.
Right.
That like they're probably just like real light pop shots. It's like like when you're watching like boxing, it's just a jab. Like it's like one jab. That's not the hook that knocks you out.
Yeah, and it's also like for us, like for the layperson, like I don't know how to feel. Like, is this a big deal? Is it
I don't
not
think it's a big deal.
It's not.
No.
Okay.
I don't feel anything.
Listen, I think yeah, the Chinese have the root that half the Americans have TikTok already.
Yeah.
They already
Right.
have,
Yeah,
their,
they have
their
their
tendrils in
control,
us. Like
yeah.
this balloon thing, it's
Yeah.
like pff,
Yeah.
But now here's a quote from because now they got the Biden administration in front of like a committee, and some senator goes, I don't want a damn balloon going over the United States when we could have taken it down over the Aleutian Islands, said Democratic Senator
What
John
accent?
Tester of Montana. He goes, I got a problem with a Chinese balloon flying over my state.
What's that? That's a Montana accent?
That's John's. Yeah, that's. I was playing audio from John Tester.
That was really good. Yeah.
Yeah, because we did wait for it to literally cross the entire.
And that's the criticism.
Oh, where did it
US.
start? Where did it started in the east?
You need to
in
stop
the West
asking
Coast,
hard-hitting
and then
questions.
it went. I mean, it literally went from west to east, and then
Well,
they
it was kinda
killed
just
it over the. They killed it. They fucking shot it down over the
Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, so they were like, all right, well, now that's done spying. Let's
They
shoot
also
It's just a guy there like this for thousands of miles. Just
keeps
tracking it
missing.
down. He keeps missing.
damn it,
Get another spaceship.
this UFO is slow.
There's a reason why they didn't shoot it down earlier, at least that's what they're saying. Melissa Dalton, Assistant Secretary of Defense for Homeland Defense and Hemispheric Affairs,
I don't
it
trust
was a big
her.
week for her. Said the U.S. military wanted to capture the balloon and analyze it, and she said if we had taken it down over the state of Alaska, it would have been a very different recovery operation. The water depths offshore the Aleutians go very quickly from about 150 feet to over 18,000 feet in the Bering Sea. The winter water temperatures in the Bering Sea, however, hover consistently in the low 30s, which would make recovery and salvage operations very dangerous.
So
Pretty
then-
cool, but also very dangerous.
Very dangerous.
So where did they wait? Where did they finally shoot it down? The
They got it
Atlantic?
down over the Atlantic.
Oh, my
in the
God.
Carolinas, I think.
The Carolinas?
Yes.
Lovely this time.
Yeah,
Oh,
really
Yeah,
nice.
that is actually quite nice.
Yeah.
How
They
long
want-
did it take to fly from? How long did it take to go?
I mean,
from,
it was bopping around for days.
What's a balloon? It doesn't go very fast. Balloon doesn't go very
You'd
fast.
be-
unless it gets stuck in like a storm and
Given
gets a
the
little.
right motivation, a balloon can fucking book it. Like
Yeah.
when a bear wants to run real fast, but it's got those tiny cute little legs.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You shouldn't be able to run that fast.
No, it's so cute.
I mean, how do they run that fast?
It's so silly.
With those little ears?
Yeah, they book it.
They book it. And that's a real we were had tangent. But everybody wants a piece of this goddamn balloon.
Right.
The Navy, the NSA, the FBI, they're all trying to cut a piece of it out to look at what's going on.
How long does
inside
it
there.
take? How big is this balloon? How
The
long does it take
Navy
to
has
just find
sent
all the stuff?
underwater drones carrying side scan sonar arrays, as well as oceanographic survey ship to map out the Atlantic Sea bottom and identify every piece possible in the debris field located about 50 feet underwater. The FBI is assisting in the mission under counterintelligence authorities. We're looking for this to basically copy it, I guess. We can't
Oh.
think of how to make a fucking balloon with cameras in it. I'll make one today
Yeah.
for a fucking science
You're good
fair.
at that stuff.
You know I've always talked about that.
Yeah.
He's
should fly more balloons.
good.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
good at schematics.
Yeah. I'm a big blueprints guy.
You should call up that. Who is the lady secretary? Whatever. Just give her a call.
Melissa Dalton.
Yeah.
Give me a call.
She doesn't know anything.
Melissa sounds like a woman.
Nothing gets by you, man.
Hopefully she's at least
good.
transgender.
This is good.
Call me when Melissa O takes over. Let me tell you that. So the balloon, the Republicans are trying to say that we should have shot it down earlier.
Right.
The Democrats are saying it would have been hard to recover, and also we thought it was a balloon.
This is a smoke screen.
Here's the thing.
This whole thing
No, I
is a
agree.
smoke screen.
Everyone keeps calling it brazen, and the fact that it was like such a because it's very
Right.
boldly. It's weird of China to do this
It
very
is.
publicly, kind
Yeah.
of, and then but that's kind of fun. It reminds me of that story of your friend Jess when she was in high school and got caught red-handed and goes, "That wasn't me."
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
For the viewers, my friend Jess, the principal brought her into his office and showed her a photo of her smoking weed, and she goes, "That's not me."
It's a very
That's how
clearly
you
a
do
photograph
it.
of her.
She goes, "That's Photoshop. That's not me."
One
That's how you're
receipt for a Swedish penis enlarger.
And that's an old Austin Powers reference. If you're following
Now
along.
that's what I watched as a kid. Not this Amanda Bynes.
So we called
new
China
stuff.
and we said, "Why would you do this?" And the Chinese go, "That's for weather. It's
Okay.
a weather balloon."
It's a weather
we go,
balloon.
"It's very clearly filled with little cameras and recording devices and all sorts of surveys." And they go, "That's weather.
And they go, "We don't know that."
That's not ours."
we don't
No.
care.
It says one receipt for
Nope.
Chinese-made surveillance balloon.
One book.
One book,
How
my
to
Chinese.
survey.
One book, my Chinese surveillance balloon and me, signed by Chinese president. I don't know his name, and I'm not going to try to make one up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that's rich.
fun. One album, My Chinese Balloon and Me, sung by the Chinese official to the United States.
One
Incredible.
book. This sort of thing
Is
is my bag, baby.
One small note on a cocktail napkin saying, "It's not a weather balloon," signed Chinese official. Again, I
Jinping.
won't make Jinping.
Yeah.
That sounds even more racist than what I would have
Yeah,
said.
yeah.
It's his name. Not making it up. Mr. Jinping.
Doctor.
Dr. Jinping.
DDS.
Here's the thing: is with the we were out of it all. The mystery is,
Yes.
was it a surveillance balloon? Obviously.
Of course.
Okay.
The mystery of it all. Should we have shot it down sooner? Good luck waking up, Joe. Quicker. Okay. First of all, you have to dig him out of his grave every morning.
No, he
Poor
gave
guy.
the speech. He gave the speech.
He did a speech about a balloon?
No. Did he mention the balloon? No, the State of the
mentioned
Union.
the
State of-
balloon.
State of the Union. Let
Oh.
me tell you something.
I didn't watch the speech. I just heard that he gave the
I mean, he
is-
didn't watch the
he
speech.
He was,
Wonderful
It's an out-of-body experience.
He is?
Yeah.
You think he's
Most of
wonderful
the
in
time he
crisis?
can't speak. Whenever something serious is happening, though, they must shoot him with something good. Because all of a sudden he's like, "We got it."
Yeah.
And then the next day he's back to being like, "I'd like pudding."
Yeah.
But then
Whipped cream.
with some
He's got some guy like the whatchamacallit shooting up Elvis like, just to get on the stage for an hour.
Tom Hanks is in the
Yeah,
full
Tom- the
Elvis
Colonel.
costume. I don't care what it takes. Get him on the stage. And they shoot Biden. And he gets up there and he's like, "We're in this together, America." It's beautiful. Anyway,
that's
we're
rich.
all probably going to die.
You think?
No.
Sad. Well, they're calling it the new. Well, obviously CNN. All the other.
All this shit's a smokescreen. If CNN's like, "Oh, we got this balloon," I guarantee you, the military and the FBI were like, "All right, yeah, I guess we're gonna go pop this balloon and get it out of the ocean and make the public feel safe."
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
this
yeah.
is like a PR cleanup.
Right.
No, for
This is
sure.
not like, I bet you there's people like in the military being like, "You want to be afraid of a balloon? What if the Hindenburg came down? That's a balloon I'd be afraid of.
That's a fucking balloon.
That's a fucking balloon."
Yes, CNN also was
You're like,
touting
what?
some
You're
fucking
30.
virus for a few years.
The CNN, all these other titles are like, "We're still learning more. Like we have all this kind of stuff. Information still coming out.
Right.
Could be pretty serious."
Well, we
And
were
then-
had
and then
likes
the
to get there
CNN
before those.
CNN Politics, the title of the article is "Why the Chinese Balloon Crisis Could Be a Defining Moment in the New Cold War."
Ay, ay, ay.
What are we
I
doing
hate
here?
that.
What are we
These
doing?
are just
Yeah.
trigger
You're just trying to
words.
scare
They're
people.
using-
Also,
Also, big threat, a Cold War.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Call me when it's fucking
Yeah.
hot.
Yeah. All right. So there's tension for a while.
Oh.
Also, a Cold War is to show off your like technology prowess. I don't think releasing a balloon with a camera on
Yeah,
it
they're just gonna
is like
ship off a
the fucking
Next step is ship up a monkey up there. Yeah. All right.
release the balloons.
All right, should we get to the George Santos of it all?
Yeah, anyway, the Cold War's fake. China's actually very good friends with us.
Yes.
Don't believe what you read.
Yeah.
It was a weather balloon. You see the Chinese flag come down, and we go, it was really a weather balloon, you guys. The Americans are overreacting.
It's singing the national anthem somehow for China.
In beautiful Mandarin. Actually, oh, that's great.
Cool.
He actually took 2 years of Mandarin, this spy
Get out.
fuck.
Yeah.
Really?
Do you speak it at all?
Ni shanti hao ma.
Wow.
I mean, that's
Oh.
basic.
Well, none of us would have no way
I
of
thought you were going to say
knowing.
that's made up.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
He could be like listing things off of a menu, and I'd be like, great.
Lo
Kung
mein.
Pao.
Yeah.
We actually went to get Chinese together. We got Chinese food together. So
four of us.
I'm wondering if, like, when we were turned away, Chris turned to the waiter and was like, I'm actually...
Xinxi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm bringing my friends.
Stupid pig American. He's like,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
making
making
fun
fun
of
of
us.
the three of you.
I'm sorry. They can't use the chopsticks.
Oh, should we move on to George?
Yeah, let's
Yes.
do it.
George
If
Santos,
that's his real
famously
No, it's
name.
definitely not his real
a
name.
congressman known to lie. Most recent lie he told was that he was actually flying that Chinese balloon.
Nah.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, but you'd believe it. So I have Here's Every Lie Told by George Santos, an
Incredible.
article from New York Magazine.
And I guess we choose our favorite or something.
So yeah, sure. I don't know. You want to make it a game?
I like game. I don't know.
The
Just
fact
go.
that here's the thing. Here's how you know the fucking government is the least serious job you
Oh.
could have is that you can lie entirely and
It's
publicly
amazing.
on
You
your
could make
resume.
up an
Got
entire
elected.
life.
You can't even lie about fucking how long you worked somewhere on your resume and they can fire you.
Yeah.
This fucking guy's in
So
Congress.
for people listening that don't know George Santos, should we just give the brief on what his
Sure.
deal is?
George Santos is a very popular drag queen that rose to fame in Brazil and then came to America and won his race. It's actually a lovely story.
But isn't he's like the head of Long Island or some shit? Like, what is he?
He's a
Yeah.
congressman, right?
He
He's a
did recently
congressman.
step down,
Yeah,
but,
but
he
he's
was.
from
He
Long
did get
Island.
He
elected.
didn't step down from the position.
No, he's still.
No,
he's
he stepped,
still-
sure?
he
Yeah,
stepped down
there's
from
like
the
a
committees because
committee.
they named him to a bunch of committees after all this stuff.
Oh.
And then they
Yeah.
were like, maybe we should.
And now there's an investigation
Yeah.
or some sort of thing.
But
Mitt
he's from
Romney
Long
was
Island,
pissed.
isn't
Did
he?
you see that?
Mitt
Yeah, yeah.
Romney,
Yeah.
Mitt Romney's
he was so
pissed.
upset he cracked a couple extra cans of milk
Yo,
that
my
night.
God.
He's like, I gotta take the edge off.
He broke out whole. Yeah.
I'm doing half and half.
He's shotgunning whole milk in the bathroom. This fucking George.
cream for daddy.
Because the Mormons cannot drink. All right, so George Santos, this guy won his congressional race. He's always caked in makeup for some reason. The guy's,
Yeah, he really
the
is.
guy's
He's
got,
also got the sweater look, right?
He's
Jacket,
contouring
sweater.
everything. Yeah,
He looks like this guy I used to have sex with, and he was, hated that guy.
Really, Mark?
Yeah. No. This guy named Griffin.
Griffin.
I hated him the whole time, and I had sex with him consistently for like 6 months.
No.
I
Did he
hated
make you
him.
call him Griff?
Oof.
I didn't talk to him.
You didn't talk to
I
him?
just showed up at like 2 o'clock in the
You were
morning.
fucking this guy with the
Pretty
glossiest
much,
lips
yeah.
in the world.
He
in an
looked like
orange
him or
trim.
just dressed like
No,
him?
he looked exactly like that guy.
That's
You-
sad. You were
George
fucking
Santos.
George Santos back when he was going by Griffin?
Maybe I was fucking the actual George
We find
Santos.
out she was fucking George Santos. That's so funny. All right, so he lied about where he went to high school. He said he attended Horace Mann School
Horace
in the
Mann.
Bronx.
I've heard of it.
But there was no evidence he went to Horace Mann. He also lied about
I
where he
don't
went to
remember
college.
him at all. I went to Horace Mann.
Yeah.
He said he worked on Wall Street.
Where
never
did he say he went to
that.
college?
He said so.
Baruch.
He said he went to Baruch, and he also said that he was a star volleyball player.
Some of
that
these
went there-
lies are-
That's actually kind of fun. He said he was
great.
a star volleyball player that went there on a scholarship, and that he first of all he didn't even attend the school, and I don't think he ever played volleyball. That's amazing.
Volleyball's a lie, though, that you can get away with.
Yeah,
because
because nobody-
what, some
Someone's
Baruch
like, "Actually,
volleyball fan.
Baruch 2010, there was no Santos in the lineup.
What's his real name? It can't be George Santos. If he's lying about all these
He's
things.
gone by a bunch of different names.
Anthony something, right?
So he said he worked at Goldman Sachs and Citigroup, but both of them said there was no record of him ever working there. Where does money come from? There's no record of where his money was
Okay.
coming from. Is the money legit? not everyone is buying the story that Santos earned his money how he says he did.
He also wasn't he like embezzling money from some like dog rescue thing? Is that what I'm...
Yeah. So he also lied about
Okay.
founding an animal charity.
Okay, yes.
This is amazing.
Santos' campaign bio claimed he ran a foundation called Friends of Pets, saving 2,500 dogs and cats between 2013 and 2018. But there were no social media accounts for the organization, no IRS records, and no evidence of the charity being
It's also
registered.
the laziest name to make up. Friends of Pets.
The Times found that Friends of Pets United held one fundraiser with a rescue group in New Jersey in 2007 for which he charged $50 entry. But the group that threw the event said that it would never received any funds and that Santos made up several excuses for why he didn't have the money. According to the Times, Santos would take checks written to this charity and cash them out under pseudonym Anthony DeVolder.
Yes, Anthony DeVolder.
So you're saying that might be the real name?
That's one of his names.
That's one of his
Oh,
names.
okay.
He allegedly swindled a disabled vet whose dog was dying. So he allegedly stole money from a disabled veteran who came to him for help to fund a life-saving surgery for his dog, according to Patch. In May 2016, this guy was living in a tent in central New Jersey, learned that his pit next needed a $3,000 surgery. The vet technician told him that a man named Anthony DeVolder, one of Santos' things, could help him raise the funds. After Friends of Pets United put together a GoFundMe that got the money for the surgery, Santos then refused to give the money.
Oh, God.
no.
Whose dog died less than a year later. Santos has denied the story, though the FBI is reportedly investigating the matter.
What a
Okay.
weird. That's a weird lie.
Did he rip
Yeah.
off an Amish dog breeder with a bad check?
Wait, that's the same thing?
No, this is
No,
a
this is
different
a
thing.
different
Oh,
dog
well, why was he
breeder.
fucking over dog people? You don't fuck with dog
Yeah,
people.
right?
Yeah.
Fuck with cats.
so-
Everybody knows that.
An Amish?
In late 2019, a checking account in his name wrote 9 canceled checks to 8 different accounts owned by dog breeders, writing in the memo section puppies and puppy. That November, he was charged in Pennsylvania with theft by deception for the alleged crime. He claims that his checkbook was stolen and the charge was expunged in
Oh my
November
God.
after an old friend helped him out. Boy, this guy's a real piece of shit. So what's the deal with his marriage, in parentheses, marriages? So when Santos flipped New York's 3rd congressional district in November, he became the first openly gay, non-incumbent
Yeah.
Republican
Probably not even fucking
elected to
that.
Congress. His campaign
maybe
bio
it's not.
discussed his husband, with whom he lives in Long Island along with 4 dogs. But Santos never appeared on the campaign trail with his partner, and the Daily Beast could not find a marriage record in New York. When he
he-
arrived in the house in January, he was not wearing a wedding ring. In 2019, however, Santos did divorce a woman in Queens. I'm very much gay, he told the New York Post in December. I'm okay with my sexuality.
I'm very
People
much
change. I'm one of those people who changed. The Daily Beast soon uncovered more on that first marriage, which lasted from 2012 to 2019, according to their marriage license and divorce record. In 2014, 5 years before his divorce from the woman, Santos sent Facebook invites to friends celebrating an engagement dinner with his boyfriend at the time.
So wait,
So during
He
his
is gay.
marriage, while he was married, he
Right.
had an engagement dinner. Santos' former boyfriend said the party never happened because he did not say yes to the proposal.
Oh my God. Oh, that's
This guy's
amazing.
not well. So it's unclear if his mother's death was related to 9/11. It was definitely not. So in July 2021, Santos wrote on Twitter that the September 11th attacks claimed my mother's life.
Oh my God.
On December 23rd, 2021, he said it was the 5th anniversary of his mother's passing, a loss confirmed by her obituary.
Interesting.
So on his campaign website, he claimed his mother, Fatima DeVolder, was in her office in the South Tower on September 11th, and that she passed away a few years later when she lost her battle to cancer. Aside from the fact that people rarely refer to 15 years as a few years, there was no record of Santos's mother suffering from the well-documented health problems caused by toxic debris following the attacks.
That's the thing I've heard with all his excuses. They've been very like a lot of wordplay
Yeah.
on stuff. Like,
I never said I was Jewish. I said I was Jew-ish.
yeah, like that type of shit. I also quick update. I just found this article that is from 6:30 today that says George Santos was charged with the theft. Is dismissed in the dog breeder case.
Dog breeder, that was dismissed because an old friend helped him out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Also, his mother was in Brazil in September 2001. So tough to die from the cat. That's how far the debris traveled. Isn't that
crazy.
insane?
That's really wild.
Damn those terrorists. So his grandmother was definitely not a Holocaust victim, despite what he said. So
How did he even get there?
in an interview with the conservative podcast in May 2022, Santos said
All the
his
tragedies.
grandparents survived the Holocaust, and his campaign bio claimed that they fled persecution during World War II. I could see being like, my grandparents survived the Holocaust, because every grandparent survived the Holocaust.
Yes, so did mine.
Every grandparent that didn't die in the Holocaust survived the Holocaust.
That's
That's
fucking
true.
hilarious.
That's a very good point.
But also, his
so
campaign
funny.
bio claimed that they fled persecution during World War II. You just don't know if it was in Brazil because they were criminals or something. You know what I mean?
Oh my
It could
God.
just be
They
like
could have been- oh,
they
I
were
see.
being bullied in Brazil at the
Yeah.
same time, and they fled persecution. They were being fat
Great.
shamed.
They were being fat shamed.
He did not have employees who died in the Pulse shooting. So in an interview, he's really preying on. He's lying about the stuff you
Yeah.
can't lie about. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the fucked up. You can't
Yeah.
fuck with dying dogs and
Yeah.
tragic shootings.
Well, it's also hard to press people on it too. You know what I mean? Like if you're like, oh,
Right.
someone close to me died in the Pulse shooting, you're not gonna be like, who? What's their name?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
yeah. What's their birth certificate?
I mean,
So he said he lost 4 employees in the Pulse nightclub shooting in 2016, but the Times found that he lied. None of the 49 victims at the Orlando club worked at any of the companies he has named in his biographies.
nothing I'm hearing so far is illegal.
What do you mean?
I'm just
That's
saying,
not.
he's not
But
breaking any
the dog
laws.
stuff is illegal.
The dog stuff
that
is
was
certainly
stealing.
illegal. The
But it got dismissed.
I thought the GoFundMe. Oh,
The
so maybe that
GoFundMe.
wasn't true.
I'm just saying, like, maybe the guy lied, but like,
Right.
it's not illegal.
Well, it's just insane. I mean,
It's
he's just
insane.
clearly
It's not
he's a
well.
pathological.
I mean, he's not well.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
But what politician is?
that's true.
That's true.
Right.
But
I
this
feel
is
like this is kind of like a. I feel like this is kind of like a.
I hate the
an
argument.
Armstrong situation with the bike. What was his name? Lance Armstrong.
Right, where he lied about having cancer.
he had
No,
cancer?
no.
No, he
Where
didn't.
where
he never even had testicles.
No.
where they threw him under the bus. He was the sacrificial
Under the
lamb
bikes.
for all the doping.
Oh, for, like, the Icarus thing.
But it was like
yeah.
everybody was doing it.
Yeah,
I
right.
just
right.
feel like this guy was.
No,
Santos
no.
was like
Insane.
bad.
This is
the
beyond.
He did bad
problem.
lies.
I don't like when people are like, "Well, all politicians are liars," which is true, but come on,
Yeah.
this is ridiculous.
This guy was just trying to have some fun ones.
No,
Yeah, they're
it's not
liars
like he
about
was
more
like
serious
Yeah,
stuff.
it's not like I got a perfect score on my SATs or some stupid fucking lie.
Right.
He was like,
Well, he didn't aim that high.
he
He aimed for the weird ones.
He's the MJ of volleyball or whatever.
Also, he was clearly that drag queen. So he said that first he said that because somebody came out with pictures of him as a drag queen in Brazil in the 90s or in 2005. So Brazilian drag queen Eula Richard, who claims she was friends with Santos in 2005 when he was also performing as a drag queen. So according to Routers, another friend said Santos aspired to be Miss Gay Rio de Janeiro and that he was regularly participating in drag pageants.
He what
this
to
is
Miss Gay? What
He
was
wanted to be
He
Miss
wanted to
Gay.
be her.
Well, get in line.
Who doesn't?
yeah,
But then he
Jesus
said
Christ.
that wasn't him, and then he said, "I wasn't a drag queen. I just wanted to have some fun at the festival."
Okay.
God
Okay.
bless.
I will admit. I will admit.
So this is a fun one.
Here's to Chris's point. I'm not like mad at him. Is that weird? I don't have like anger towards.
I mean, this is great. Was George Santos on Hannah Montana? Oh, Wikipedia bio for a user named Anthony DeVolder claims that following a successful drag career, he landed roles on Disney Channel shows such as Hannah Montana and The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Incredible.
After a stint in TV, the Santos bio then states that he's hit the big screen with a role in a movie called The Invasion, starring Uma Thurman, even though Uma Thurman never appeared in a movie under that name. Like, honestly, this level of lying is so impressive
It
because
really
there
is.
is no truth
Well,
to any
it's
of it.
the John Lovitz SNL character where it just keeps going and going and going. I
Right.
mean, it's just yeah.
Well, it's not a lie if you believe it.
You think he believes it?
No.
Maybe some of it.
Was he a
has to.
Broadway producer?
Straight? No.
That's a good one.
He claimed to some donors in 2022 while he was.
I wanna hear the
during his
show
press-
that he
He
claimed.
claimed to some donors that he helped produce Spider-Man: Turn Off the Dark, the 2011 rock musical revisiting the plot of the first 2 movies. Why would you? Why would you
it's
brag
so
about producing
bizarre.
a failed
It's
musical?
so
That's
bizarre.
funny. These are really good.
That was also
lies.
the one where there was an accident. He just loves like tragic stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's rich.
He loves the drama.
the real.
George Santos.
It's
It was a notorious flop. But as usual, Santos, the timeline doesn't really make sense because if we were to take his word for it, this would have been at the same time that he was a volleyball star at Baruch College. Can you believe that this gentleman was in college as a volleyball star at Baruch while producing
producing a failed
Spider-Man:
musical.
Turn Off the Dark, and that's why it was a notorious flop. That severely delayed
Guy was
and lost
busy.
millions of dollars. I mean, he had too much going on.
It's impressive.
He bit off more than he could chew, and I respect that.
You know, we should write like a biography about him based on the lies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what an amazing life.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's actually, this is a beautiful life that he's lived. The fact that he was on Hannah Montana.
He's Forrest
It's
Gump.
like a
Second
modern
photo.
day Catcher in the Rye, really.
Yeah.
But it's very Forrest Gumpy too. He's like doing all these. He's around for all these historical events, or at least his
Well,
family
he's not
is.
retarded.
Oh.
Bleep that.
Yeah.
I started doing the bleeps, by the way.
Did you really?
Yeah, yeah.
The
On
bleeps,
that it started at that episode where you're like, "Oh, I love how you never actually bleep them," and I was like, "Now that they're all getting bleeped,
I'm going to
So,
start
yeah.
bleeping. Well,
I bleeped Kathy.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of stuff.
all right, cool.
I didn't mean to give you more work.
It takes 2 seconds.
All right.
Plus, it's funny.
It's funny. We like bleeps. Fuck. Cunt.
Well, those aren't getting
Yeah, okay,
bleeped.
we're not bleeping those. Shit. All right. Well, there's 1,000 more lies here, but I think what would be fun is if we made up a new lie for him.
Oh, that's fun.
What do you got? What's George
Oh, okay,
Santos'
George
latest?
Santos.
What's next?
Well, which tragedy did he not cover? He did Holocaust and 9/11
Maybe he
and
was
the
like
shooting.
he was in like American Idol or something like that.
Yeah.
Like he won American Idol.
I
no,
think
he
it
wouldn't
would've-
say that he won. He would be like,
No.
But
"Hey,
I was the third contestant,
No.
third runner up.
He
Nobody
would say
remembers
something
me.
like, "I played lead violin in the Titanic quartet as it was going down." Like that's the kind of shit. These are the kind of things that you have to make up. You have to,
Yeah.
you have to get
That's
very
pretty good.
specific with it. You know
yeah,
what I
he
mean?
just
Yeah.
kept going,
Yeah.
even though the ship was going down.
The ship was still going down, but he
it's-
kept playing.
Cameron actually recaptured it pretty well.
Or
yeah.
like he gave James Cameron the idea for Avatar: The Way of Water, not the first one. You know what I mean?
he directed The Godfather.
He directed The Godfather. Yeah, this is good. This is good. What do you think?
I don't know. I'm literally going through tragedies.
He
Something
was
He wrote
actually-
the Bible.
He played. He had a bit part in The Blacklist, starring James Spader years ago. He wrote the pilot for South Park. A lot of people don't know that.
A lot of
was
people
him.
don't know that.
That was him. Yeah. He invented cornhole. Not the gay stuff. The game.
I hate that game. Can I say that?
Cornhole?
Yes.
Why?
I'm not good at it.
You've been tossing sacks your whole life.
Not in holes.
Look, I put a spotlight on you. You guys got nothing, huh?
What do you mean?
To make up lies about that.
Oh, the game.
What do you mean? Is everybody fucking high?
I don't know.
What's going on here?
You went on a cornhole tangent. What?
All right, we gotta finish this episode. Any closing thoughts? Do you think George Santos was inside the tiny balloon the big balloon that was floating? Yes or yes?
I think he was controlling it.
George Santos works for China.
Yes.
That's not the lie that he would put in his Wikipedia bio. That he's a
George
Chinese
Santos-
spy.
He's just in China. Yeah.
That's the kind of thing. Is he was like actually like, he would give you the story of Black Widow from the Marvel movies, where he was
Yeah.
like he's a turned Russian agent that used to work for them. He
Yeah, I
grew up
like
in
how
a-
it's
in
like
an all girls school for turning them into spies and cutting off their clitorises at a young age. But he was able to be turned by Hawkeye years ago, and now he works for the America. He turned for the good guys.
I
Thanks,
love it.
George.
Thank you.
He
Thank you
invented
for your service.
ventriloquism.
Yeah,
my-
that's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, he invented sucking cock.
I think
He
he co-wrote
perfected
Tori
it.
Amos, "I Love You Always Forever." I think he was co-wrote that backup vocals.
He's actually
Just the
famous.
lyrics. Just
yeah,
the lyrics.
yeah.
He's famous Amos from the Cookies. That's him. A lot of people don't know that.
Not bad.
He was the original Aunt Jemima, but
Yeah, I
he,
was gonna go Aunt
he was
Jemima.
too hot for the syrup bottles, so they had All right. Well,
right.
honestly,
Finger on the pulse
donate
episode.
to George Santos' campaign. This has been another Finger on the Pulse. We were had. See you next time.
Bye.
What are you in the news?